There is a dire need for creative ideas on wealth creation to solve economic and financial problems. This is especially so for migrants in the diaspora since they tend to bear the brunt of economic crisis and job losses. This session will be a brainstorming session with creative and talented young business people on the theme of wealth creation. Our panelists are Mr. Augustus Franklin, who is the president of K Expansion. Please, can you say hello to our listeners?
Hello.
Is that all you can say?
Hello, my name is Augustus Franklin, and I thank Rev. Helen for this opportunity, as well as Rev. Larry. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, sweetheart. And we have Miss Nene Badger, who also is CEO of K Expansions. Say hello to our listeners, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be on this set to actually communicate to you what we have to talk about today. Thank you so much, Reverend Helen, and of course, Reverend Ryan.
Wow, you have such a sweet smile on your face.
Thank you.
And also we have Mr. Michael Williamson, who is the CEO of MD's Service Amsterdam. Michael, please, can you say hello to our listeners once again?
A very good morning. Thank you for having me once again here.
All right. And we are expecting the fourth guest. She is Ms. Caroline Ayok, an entrepreneur in the financial sector. So, welcome, gentlemen and lady, to Radio Voice of Naija Dynamic Good Morning Show.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
All right. So, listeners, feel free to give us a call on 027371619 and interact with these young, talented African men who are here and an African lady in Holland. Don't forget that we are supposed to promote our own. How did you become an entrepreneur? Does it take a natural gifting or plain mentorship to become a successful entrepreneur? You may share your own experiences with us, please. Any one of you can take the floor.
It's not all about the talents. It's not all about the issues that you follow or face in this world, but it's the dream that you started up when you've been given birth.
Yeah.
The dreams that you follow and the dreams that you want to achieve. Becoming an entrepreneur in Holland is very, very easy. Like I say, it is easy if you know the goals and the deals and the doors where to go to. Yeah. So I encourage more people to come up and do their deeds.
Okay. Yeah. So what about you, Augustus? Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, just like Michael said, it has to do with dream. What I like to advise people is that it's not about the education only or too much of the experience, but it's more of understanding what the entrepreneur is. Entrepreneur is someone who is willing to assume risk in order to gain profits. So if you must be someone who is willing to take the risk, meaning you're willing to fall, you're willing to make mistakes, as well as you're willing to learn and you're willing to win. And then also understand that it's not going to come the first year, second or third year. It's a lifetime thing.
Okay.
You know, so for me, that's what I would like to advise anyone who wants to become an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Also to let them know that you might not end up where you started, but understanding that first of all, an entrepreneur is someone who is willing to assume risk in order to gain profits. So once you have that mentality and you understand that as an entrepreneur, your goal is to meet a demand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, Nene, what do you have to say or to add up to what you have just said?
Yes, of course, they've said something very amazing. But I always like to add that being an entrepreneur comes with a drive, comes with a desire to meet needs. So when you say you want to become an entrepreneur, it means you want to actually meet the demands of people.
Okay.
And that also means that you also have to take into consideration what you have to apply. You know, don't think about the resources, the education. It's just like, I have a desire to meet the needs, which everyone does have. So see yourself assuming that position with the mentality of meeting the needs beyond your own self-gain. You must tell yourself, okay, I want to help people in diaspora to meet maybe jobs or helping them build finances. The basic thing is there must be a drive to meet that need. Once it starts from there, then you're on course. But if it starts from, I want to gain much for myself, you don't meet the mark. When you have stress or you have risk, you just fall back. But when your goal is people-driven, you always keep on keeping on.
So as an entrepreneur, does that entail them first having the certificate? Because there are so many out there listening to us now who may not have been opportune like any one of you. So do they need to get some skills before they become successful
entrepreneurs?
Yes.
I thought, yes, you need skills, but not in the sense that you have to go and learn skill intentionally at first. You have to understand, what is an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
You know, entrepreneur is someone who is vision and dream driven. That's what you should have first.
Yeah.
Once you have that burning desire to achieve your goal, and just like what you said, that you're someone who's meeting a need. One thing we always talk about, especially we wanted to let our people know, especially those in the diaspora, is that they need to learn how to listen to others. Because as an entrepreneur, especially as an African, listen to the African market. Listen to what the African people here need. Also the people who are living here.
Okay.
Listening goes beyond just thinking about your own need. When you listen to the roots of the problem. So if you see that, oh, people here, the African food is very expensive, then you go in as entrepreneur to look for extremely low-cost ways to import the food. You know, so you always want to look for the needs of the people, and then you try to meet it.
All right.
With that, along the way, you will gain skills. Along the way, you'll be prompted to learn something extra.
Exactly.
You'll be prompted to network yourself with specific people, because it's not all about what you know. It's about who you know.
Yeah, it's true.
As well. So everything comes with time.
All right. So mentorship, is it also required?
Many times, yes.
So you just have to be mentored by somebody else, or?
That is your network. Your network helps you into that.
Yeah.
Because you don't fall into a business.
Oh, yes.
Many times, when you get your network, you expect falls and stand-ups.
Yes.
And that is to do with networks.
Okay.
And if you're not strong in the in this business world, you can't ever
But to somebody who is just starting, and we are talking to those who want to be who are being inspired right now as you guys are speaking. So they want to come out from their closet to do something, to become entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Because some of them, I mean, they've got some skills, only that they are limited because of one thing or the other. And I don't also necessarily think that you have to go to special school before you become an entrepreneur, because there are some who can be entrepreneurs in the carpentry area, or they're entrepreneurs in frying of granules, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So food area and what have you. So I think you have to break this thing down so that the commoners will be able to understand. Please.
I mean, I agree with you, because you said there's mentorship. You know, now for those who want to understand what mentorship, you need someone leading you in somehow. For me, how I really started, I had a mentor as well. From my pastor as a mentor, but also look for people who are leading in the industry that I want to go into.
Exactly.
So these people who are in the industry, because you have to understand, success leaves traces. So you have to look at, okay, if I want to go in the industry of carpentering, no problem. Then who are the people who have already achieved, you know, success in that area?
Yeah, exactly.
Find books that these people have. Find videos that they have made, or look for workshops that are about that topic, whether it's a 3-day workshop or maybe a 3-month workshop.
Yes.
Find these programs and allow yourself to be influenced and led by these people in order for you to achieve. Also, joining entrepreneurship workshops or looking for reading entrepreneurship books to understand just the traces that these successful people have left behind.
It's true. I so much agree to that. Yes,
I want to add something even to what he has said, which is, in this day and age, it's not like those days we were not like in the industrial age. We're now in the information age.
Exactly.
So it's not an excuse to say you must understand your environment. Now, you require information to get to the next level.
Very, very, very.
And there are a lot of informations even online that are free. If you probably cannot even read so much, guess what? You have materials that you can listen to that can inspire your mind in any area right now. There are materials available, so you cannot, you know, cut yourself off from saying you don't have information, because it's available and it's free.
Everywhere.
So what you require right now is your time, your discipline to say,
invest.
I want to become an investor, I want to become an
Yes.
entrepreneur.
Yes.
I must give myself that challenge
Yes.
to wake up, listen to materials. Nobody said
Invest
go to
in
school.
yourself, yes.
Invest in yourself. That is the
Yes.
first priority.
Yeah,
You cannot
very
ignore
important.
that part.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
everyone to be successful, there's a part of discipline that comes in.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, so that's why I want to say that information is available to everyone and it's free. If you look for the information, you will get it.
Well, someone out there who is listening to this broadcast, we are talking on Wealth Nation. You may give us a call on 027371619. This is happening live on Radio Raz, that is transmitting this hour on 105.2 MHz, ETA, and 103.8 cable. Your popular radio program is on. Oh, okay, my panelists, what were the obstacles you personally encountered as a migrant in entrepreneurial development? Are there some challenges you encountered? Or you're still encountering being a migrant?
Reaching out to different corners in Holland is not a very easy point.
Okay.
It can lead you to fail, but the goal set to your brain or to your mind and your discipline in business has to offer you the challenge of overcoming those obstacles that you have to, that are there, and they are very, very many.
Okay.
Because every office, most of the time that you approach, they will always come with critical questions that will lead you to ask yourself what you're doing, whether it's right or not.
Okay.
So an obstacle that can stand is only you,
Right, yes.
and
exactly.
against you.
Yes, okay. Okay. So how did you deal with your own obstacle?
I dealt with myself by disciplining myself and looking into the right corners that I have to tackle before going into business.
Okay. You looked at the right corners you have to tackle.
Yeah.
So somebody guided
Corners.
you. I mean, be factual. Just be real.
The friendship with people that I move around.
Okay.
That's one obstacle that comes in your way.
Oh, all right.
The people that you deal with and the areas you go to. Let it be eating food.
Yeah, okay.
Let it be watching the match. The people that you deal with in the daily life,
Yeah.
many times become your obstacle in your life, because they will always tell you you are doing wrong. They are not going to open for you.
Okay.
They are not going to help you. You can't do that. The last thing is too much.
Yeah, it's true.
And you are a black man.
Yeah.
Color skin does not allow.
Yeah. Exactly.
I
Wow. This is a very good tip. So in other words, we don't need to listen to what our peer groups are saying, because some of them are going to come with so many challenges.
Listen, but most of the people that are next to you when you're going in business will always tell you negative. They will tell you only things that they will say is negative.
Oh.
The last thing is too much. The crisis is, enter the crisis, move along with it.
Okay.
Because you get out with it.
Exactly. So I think somebody who is determined must just
Determination
be focused. You have to be focused as an entrepreneur. You have to be focused and know what you want to do.
Exactly.
Okay. Have you experienced any obstacle?
I experience obstacles every day. Well, agreeing to what he said, though, people can be the obstacle.
Yeah.
But for someone like, personally speaking for myself, I've never really gotten along with too many people to even have them as obstacles. My greatest obstacle for me was the balancing of my work life.
Okay.
Because imagine I spend about 1,200 euros a month alone in expenses, from my rent to food to transportation, insurance. So I still needed to work to make that up, which took then about 8 hours a day of my time. And then at a certain point, I was a barber. So it was very hard to even make money as a barber, first of all. And then I want to get away from it because I studied business administration. You know, my goal was to open my own barbershop, chain of salons.
Okay.
But the balancing of the time in transportation, you know, was the greatest obstacle for me as well. And then when it came down to the fact that, okay, I'm an immigrant. Though in Holland I am a citizen, I lived in the U.S. where I was an immigrant.
Yeah, okay.
And as an immigrant, I was illegal as well. I paid my way through school because I worked illegally in a barbershop. So these things were the major challenges for me because, I mean, to come up with food alone, some days I went without, I experienced days where I had no food to eat as well.
Yeah.
But with that entrepreneur spirit, that spirit kept me full, even during the times that things were too tough. You know, even if I had to wear a pair of shoes for 1 year, or wear a pair of clothes for the same year, I was willing to make the sacrifice because I know that, you know what, with every dollar I earn from being an entrepreneur, it will get me closer to my goal. So I would sacrifice the extra time I would sleep. I would love to sleep. I would sacrifice that time to study. You know, something in my industry. By a specific mentor. Like, for example, I love Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, okay. Because I'm in the area of finance when it comes to developing. But also, I've read books on entrepreneurship. Yes. I've listened to different mentors speak about it. But the time was the issue. So even when I'm on the train, on the metro, on my way to work, even when I came to Holland, you know, as a barber, I even worked as a cleaner. But while commuting, I will pick up a book, whether it's about leadership, whether it's about finance, or being a consultant, a successful business consultant. I will read it, even if it means waking up 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, she and I, because we worked together, we did it for years. Because the obstacles will always be there, and we'll face it every day. And as an entrepreneur, the more money you make, or the more success you're making, the bigger the challenges as well. But now at this point, the challenges become the joy for me, because it's an obstacle that I can take over. You know, when I see a bigger bill coming in, or when the ballasting is pursuing me, it's no problem, because that is the fun now. You know, but the challenges will always be there.
Wow, awesome! Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes. Well, regarding to business, you know, having been in business for this period of time.
Your challenges.
My challenges as an immigrant here. Okay, well. Talking about challenges, well, I would say daily life, you know, expense, things I have to spend money on, because at the time, even though I was in school, at the period of time, I still had to, you know, fend for myself, get things going. Okay. And those really were challenges for me.
Yeah, exactly.
So, for challenges, maybe I may not say exactly in my personal life, because really I came here to study, I finished school, I started working, you know, but for building up businesses, because it also involved my time, I also realized that there was more in life I could do than just myself. Exactly. I began to think beyond me. Yes. You know, when I began to think about others, it became like something I needed to give myself the time to do, because for me personally, it was more like, okay, yes, I can take care of myself, and I probably experienced so much. You know, but thinking about going to the next step, which is for business, it became a challenge, because I had to ensure that I had to put things in perspective to help other people. Thinking about plans and things to do. So that area really, I experienced a lot of challenges. So personally, I'm an immigrant.
So what can you look back into your life and tell other young women that are listening to us right now about entrepreneurship?
Okay, I can tell them that really it comes with time, discipline, consistency, having a clear vision, and going for it.
You have heard it all.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. You have to be consistent, have a clear vision, have to be determined, have to be focused, have to
keep going.
Well, we want you to know that it is easy. It is a doable venture. So if they can do it, I mean, you need to, some of you who are watching us on the Ustream, you will see these dynamic young ones who are just trying to empower us. So if they can do it, you can do it. Don't be limited. I mean, you may not be able to speak fluent English just like them, but there's something in you that you can bring out that will be of a very valuable use to your generation as well.
Many times I say, tell me your dream and I'll tell you your job or your business.
That's a good saying. Okay, so what are some of the promising investment areas migrants can turn to investment and wealth creation and how realistic are these possibilities? That's the real one.
Yeah. Being real is okay. I'll go, Augustus Franklin. That's one thing I realized in the industry of coaching people is that a lot of people don't like theory-based things. They want something concrete, something they can touch, something they can have right away.
Exactly.
You know, but right now in business, there is a shift, economic shift, from industrial age to information age.
Yeah.
So meaning that a lot of money is flowing in the area of information now.
Yeah.
But one of the areas I think Africans in the diaspora can tap into if they want to invest in businesses is invest in franchises. Invest in small franchises, especially in the area of service-based companies. When you invest in a franchise, you're investing in a business that's already running for the past couple of years, or the business is based on a model that is producing money already.
Okay.
And if you can invest in that, maybe by yourself or with a group of people, then you take it from there. Because nowadays, you don't need to create something totally new anymore.
Exactly.
You know, everything is already there. Nothing is even new.
Because everyone is just recycling what others have done.
What others are doing. But especially for Africans in the diaspora, first of all, one thing I'm very passionate about, and I want them to know, is that first, unite together. Unite together, because when you unite together, I can come with my 10,000, these two come their 10,000, we have 30,000, we can open a shop.
Exactly.
But first of all, there has to be this devotion to being united as a group. And then, for example, if that same group now open a salon, make sure it is running, they pay attention to, now you have 3 people who can pay attention to marketing, pay attention to cleaning of the shop, and pay attention to creating a special model. Then from there, each one of them can go and say, you know what, I want to open the same salon with the same name, let's open it somewhere else. They take a franchise.
Yeah.
You know, and then you find other Africans in diaspora who are willing to come together, unite themselves, or one person, put their money together, open a franchise of the same thing that's already working, already has a brand, already has a name. Or if some don't want to go into franchising, maybe they find it too tough, go into licensing. You know, where you can license your business to someone else as a reseller of your business, you know, or under your business license to function. I think that's the realistic area a lot of the Africans have to look into. They're just one.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So, any more? Because that's where the topic is. Wealth creation. Tell us more.
I think before the people around here should think of getting into business, you need really to think very, very good what you want to do. Because it sounds very easy, but stepping up and starting up a business can end up to death as well. So I want everybody not only to take the step, but think what you want to do.
Yes.
So the points are very many that you can fall into.
Yeah, we want to know the areas we can create wealth, how we can create the wealth. That's what
wealth creation.
Out there, they want to know.
Wealth creation has to be back home.
Oh.
Not in Holland anymore, because Holland is filled up.
Okay, so we need to
look into what you can do back home. And try and make it out from here to create it there.
How realistic would that be, really? Because, I mean, we are here.
Are you here to stay?
Are we here
because many of the people...
Are we here to be like a parasite? We eat and eat and eat from the... We don't give up?
Yeah, because that's where it came from. We've been parasites for a long time. We've been eaten on for a long time. So what I'm always saying, don't come here to stay. Come here to go. Get knowledge. Do what you need to do back home.
Okay.
You need knowledge to take home, not to stay here.
Yeah,
because the knowledge is already here.
But what we are discussing is on how to create wealth for the Africans in the diaspora. So that's what we want to. That's what we're discussing. It's not just like them just getting every knowledge they have. They just bam. They just move.
No, like Augustus say, he has explained to us that when we get together,
in what areas we need to invest. So we need to. He said that we need to be united, as a front. And then we can present, we can
invest in different areas.
I know what you mean. Like now we have the Nigerian Business Council, and I'm the secretary.
Exactly.
Something like that. These are just some few friends we gathered to form this group.
Yeah.
And then we can now take our money and invest in something. And then after that we give franchise. That's what you mean.
Exactly. Like for example, let's say right now your organization, after United, you look into the hair industry.
Yeah.
Because that is something that will always be there.
Yes,
From hair
exactly.
products to the service of hair products or skin and beauty.
Yeah.
That is something that a united organization of people can get together and say, let's invest in the salon. But then, because you have the investment, you understand what is investment going to help you with. It's not just to put up a salon, but to put the brain behind the salon.
Yeah.
You can hire a business, you can hire a team to handle your marketing, because marketing really costs you the most.
Yes, exactly.
But if you can achieve that with your salon, then you have created a model for it.
Yeah.
Now that same model now, you can sell it to every member of the salon of your organization.
Because I buy to what Augustus is saying, because we have so many Africans who have money and they don't know what to invest in. You see, and some of them are working singly, so they have this mentality: make the money here, buy a car, ship down there, and then nobody's giving account of that. Okay, so if people like that are listening to us, they can now form a group. And then bring their money, because somebody can bring money, the other one can bring the talent, and the other one can bring, have a group of people who are mixed up with one thing or the other. Yeah. Somebody have the finance, the other one have the manpower, the other one have something else to give, and then you combine yourselves together, and then you do something tangible.
Right. I'll tell you even another industry, because we are into the business planning industry as well for some clients, and I'll tell you there's what you call outsourcing.
Yes, I know that.
And right now, service outsourcing, when we first started, even in 2012 alone, was responsible for 14 billion euros.
Wow.
Now, how this can even relate to what Michael even said, because it's also very important to consider back home. Because the Chinese, when they come here, they establish businesses here. Though they stay here, they born their children here, and they know, okay, it's common sense, they cannot just run back because they've had children here.
Yeah.
But they also work along with the intelligence that their children are gaining here. Because a person in their 30s or 40s cannot come here, you cannot realistically expect them to get knowledge to take home.
Yeah.
But when they come here, the generation that's they born here, if they could collaborate with that generation, like the Chinese, the Indians are doing, and then say, you know what, okay, Mama and Papa will go back home XYZ time, but let's run something from here. We will supply you from back home. For example, in the telemarketing or even data entry industry, these industries are shifting to Africa at the moment.
It's true.
Simply because now in the information age, all you need is internet connection. And as we all know, of 2012 and 13, the internet bandwidth entrance into Africa has been increasing. According to the research I even did, was by 1,433%.
Okay.
And it's spreading daily. So, for example, how we can break it down to something more realistic? For example, XYZ company here pays an employee 2,000 euros just to punch in data, maybe of a spreadsheet into a computer, or even it can be simple as bookkeeping and whatnot.
Yes.
You can hire somebody who was in Africa.
Exactly.
2,000 euros. That's the salary of 5 people.
I'm telling you. It's true.
So if those Africans who are still united here say, look, let's open a data center or office in Africa, put some computers there, have somebody to manage it, bring in students, give students jobs there, and then here your investment is focused on opening an office here as well. Contact companies, just do a lot of marketing. Say, hey, we can handle your telemarketing because Africans speak very good English, especially Nigeria and Ghana. It can be, okay, we need people to type. You find out from them what they need, You tell them, for the budget you'll pay for one person, we will handle it. Maybe you give them a 50% discount, and you still end up making good turnover. Because someone in Africa who you can pay 100 euros a month is very satisfied.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not saying they'll be 100% satisfied, but
graduates anyway. That wouldn't be graduates.
Yeah, no. But at least you can get them, you know, to get something. I mean, you have web development, IT, all these things. This industry is shifting now because as you look at India. Yes. Outsourcing accounted for more than over 60% of India's GDP, their economy.
Yes.
Now, with Africa coming on the market, where Africa has internet bandwidth now, that industry itself is shifting now to Africa. That's why we have a lot of people focused on Africa. So I think with Africans here, we have the privilege to have an international mentality. Because they're Dutch here, people who have been born here, who have never left this country.
Yeah, it's true.
But for Africans, we should have this international mentality and say, you know what, how can we do business to help back home, but at the same time, for us who are really realistically living here, can I just get up and leave? How can we be sustained as well?
Wow, that is so good. Okay, we have
I wanted to just make this remark. I was going to talk about the Chinese, and I think you mentioned that earlier on. Now, how have they become successful? Because if you look at the Chinese all over the world, they've been consistent in marketing something. Either their name or their brand or the fact that they make, they produce, I mean, there's in the catering area, I mean, they have just established that. So whether they are good or bad, once you see a Chinese restaurant and you are hungry, you want to go there.
Yeah.
You see? Okay, now, we as Africans, what are we going to do in order to create that reputation or brand so that we can get somewhere? At least from what I know now, we kind of are very much dispersed with our ideas and our focus. We find it difficult to come together to, you were saying, people could get together, either buy a franchise or give a license or something. I mean, we don't have the collective mentality when it comes to business.
Yes.
You see, so something needs to be done for us to, I mean, to build up our collectivity, so that we can have the the financial power, if you like, to be able to do some great things. I don't know whether you follow the line of my logic.
Yes.
Comparing ourselves to the Chinese, there's a world of difference. Comparing ourselves to even the Indians, the Asians, there's a world of difference. I mean, like the Indians, there is some sort of organized system you're running which we do not have.
Yeah.
So please address that for me.
Well, Reverend, thank you for that approach. Because we deal with a lot of people, her and I, and we learn one way to communicate, which is not to focus on the negative aspect, because they will always be there. And at the same time, we can use to talk to highlight something that is wrong. We can just spend time highlighting what could be right.
Yeah.
If we look at the Chinese, the Indians, even other cultures, what you see in there is something that every organization starts with: vision. When you walk up to a Chinese, you want to learn about them, you understand they follow a vision. They follow a vision for their country. And that vision has to do with being the dominant one in a specific industry.
Yeah, exactly.
So their vision is to be if their vision is to be dominant in food, they will be dominant in food, and they have remained dominant in that area.
Yeah,
Every corner they have their vision is like, look, they help one another, they fund one another in the same area of franchising and licensing to open different stores. So vision is very important. Then you also have a mission. The mission is what's going to sustain the vision, and that doesn't mean everyone is into the same industry. Different missions are taking place. Mission from products, goods, services, but the whole goal is to focus on a vision. So I think us as Africans, we have to focus on a vision of Africa.
Yes.
A vision of patronizing Africa as Africa, not as a Ghanaian Africa.
Exactly. Breaking the walls of what we call it. I'm from Liberia, I'm from Nigeria, I'm from
because
Uganda,
Africa,
I'm from
you're still an African, and somebody will still see you as a dark-skinned person. But let's Africans get together But it doesn't have to be all Africans. Let's be realistic. All Africans are probably not going to do it, because it doesn't mean all Chinese are also working together like that. But at least a few individuals can start from somewhere. Can start by saying, you know what, let's try to have a shop, or let's try to have an organization, let's focus on this. And then be consistent with bringing that vision, because maybe a lot of Africans are out there waiting for such people, but maybe some have been coming up and driven only by their self-interest, and then disappear or die down. But, you know, so I think it's just a matter of time that those who will come in as leaders with vision and consistent with this vision until the right people continue to attach, and then we move forward.
Thank you so much. We welcome our fourth panelist, Miss Caroline Ayo, who is an entrepreneur in the financial sector. Welcome, please, to Radio Voice of Naija.
Thank you very much.
Now, the fifth question goes to you, Caroline. How can we create an investment and entrepreneurial culture among migrant people?
Well, like the last panelist was saying, I think it does have to begin with vision.
Okay.
Once you have the vision, then the mission follows.
Okay.
Now, in the financials, where I am busy right at the moment,
Yeah.
that's not my first goal in my career. My career choice was software engineer.
Okay.
That's what I was looking at. But again, things happen in life, so you always have to be ready you have to be ready to move. You have to be ready to change your mind.
Okay.
Because it all deals with the mindset.
Yeah.
So I was looking into the future and thinking, okay, if I'm going to have children, how is it I'm going to combine raising up my kids with working out of home?
Yeah.
So that led me to start seeking out different information on what I could do to combine raising my kids and then working from home.
Yeah.
And that led me to the financials, that led me to Forex education.
Yes.
And it is actually self-taught. I actually self-taught myself Forex education.
Let me just applaud you for that. My God, look at how they are looking at you.
Yeah, it was self-taught. So I actually did that, followed it for 5 years. And as you know, if you ever want to do something and achieve a goal, you find somebody who's done it, and then hook up with the person. So that should be someone like a mentor to you.
Yes.
And so you simply follow up and model what they have done.
Exactly.
Yes, that will reduce your learning curve. It will shorten your learning curve, and then you can be able to achieve your goal, avoiding the mistakes that they have made already.
Exactly.
You know, some of those mistakes, you will still make mistakes, but it's okay. You know, you can walk your way around those and then push forward. And so it's just amazing that I did that, and I had to leave software engineering.
So you are telling young mothers who are listening to you right now that they can really make money even at home.
Yes, there's a possibility.
Only with their PC.
There is.
Wow, this is awesome.
We thank God that's what technology has allowed us to be able to accomplish at this time. You know, so it's amazing. It's amazing if you can invest your time, anything worth it. Even with the things of God, He requires us to invest time. If you invest time, you're definitely going to reap the reward later on. But because that's how God works. You invest the time, you learn how to whatever you want to do, whatever skills you have to develop, develop those skills, so that when the Lord put the right people in your path, you'll be able to recognize those people, and then when the time comes, the Lord will open that door for you.
Right on, baby. Wow. Somebody out there listening to this broadcast, you may give us a call on 020-737-1619. Before we round up, we want you to really give us a call and challenge our talented ladies and gentlemen. In Africa, they say gentlemen and ladies, isn't it? But here we say ladies and gentlemen. So, Augustus, we would like you to tell us a little bit about the program that is coming up, because we know that you have an upcoming event. Give us a little bit of what to expect that day. Augustus or Nene?
Okay, wow. Well, in Unity, that's the theme of the program. It's on the 29th of March, which is this Saturday, and it's taking place at Casa 400, just right close to Amstel Station. We have a lot of packages, that will be exposing to migrants, especially in diaspora, information about solutions, providing solutions to helping their businesses grow, both locally, globally, giving them information that is real-time information that they can actually use, giving opportunities for job creation as well, because we believe that there are people here who have the skill, but they're not seeing an opportunity to, invest that skill in. So there is a lot about that program that you just can't miss it. It's at Casa 400, it's on the 29th of March, it's a Saturday, it's from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and after that, of course, we have networking.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Any more?
Yes, yeah, definitely, of course. But just keep it short. That day we also decided, because it's a 50-euro entrance, but we decided that if anybody shows up that day at 2 o'clock, doors close at 2:45, if anybody shows up and uses the password Voice of Naija, Rev Helen, we're giving you 50% discount. Meaning you're paying only 25 euros if you use Voice of Naija, Rev Helen, or Rev Larry. Use that as your password at the door. We're giving you 25%.
Wow, really?
Yes.
We're just saying this now. You have heard it all, so you better come out. You better release your young ones so that they can come and learn and be also independent, just like these ones. So we welcome you on the 29th of March at Casa 400.
Casa 400 Hotel.
At Casa 400 Hotel.
Casa 400 Hotel.
Can you please give them your telephone number?
Yes. I'll start with mine. My telephone number is 0684929344. That is 0684929344. And that night, Nen and I will be speakers as well as other people. We will be introducing what we do as professionals in our arena.
Yeah.
We've learned from mentors as well.
Yeah.
We have reduced our learning curve.
Yeah.
And but we're in the area of speaking, coaching, business planning.
Yeah.
As well, our business model is building people, building businesses.
Okay.
So we have a workshop that is once a month as well. And every 3 months we have such a major event, which is focused on building people. But within such a program, we expose job opportunities that we have for people to get. We offer licensing as well, specific services that we have developed that works. We just need people to train. It's a 6-month training curve, especially people who are on social. We will be contacting the gemeente as well to hire people who are on social as a way of maatschappelijk dienst verlening. And a program where we help people integrate into the working arena or into the entrepreneurship arena. So people can also send us an email at info. So that's info@kesgad.com. You can also check our website, kesgad.com, to learn more. Or if anyone would also like to participate in the VIP networking, that starts from 6 o'clock. It's a dinner that is a 50 euro as well. They get the food, everything. They can contact us by phone or by email. And then, or if they don't want the VIP dinner, we have just regular networking, which is at Casa 400 bar. They've given us an entire bar to network entrepreneurs, people. So I advise everyone to show up. But seats are also limited, so must be there on time. So you can give me.
All right.
Okay, my number is 06-840-74660. Again, 06-840-74660. So you can reach us in that number.
74660.
74660. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. We welcome your calls, even here in the studio on 020-737-1619. And shortly we'll be rounding up, but let's just take a short break.